You're watching Florida's great sports network, Sunshine Network, an affiliate of Prime.
Discover the hitting secrets of America's finest baseball school in a professional instructional videotape. Teaching the mechanics of the Major League Swing features professional scouting instructor Tommy Mansky and the same award-winning tested under fire techniques that have produced baseball world's back-to-back-to-back AAU national championship teams. Coach Mansky's study and analysis of thousands of baseball's best professional swings has yielded a no less than revolutionary approach to consistent hitting. It's proven and you'll love its easy to understand step-by-step video training methods. Just ask Baltimore's Glenn Davis.
This is the hitting video that gets results.
Teaching the mechanics of the Major League Swing benefits players of all ages and ability levels. A valuable addition to any coach's library, and it makes a great gift. Thousands have been sold at $39.95, but if you'll call now and use your credit card, you'll pay only $29.95. Call 1-800-652-2112 for Teaching the Mechanics of the Major League Swing, the tape that gets results.
It really worked for me.
Expected here at Expo Hall tonight as the Tampa Bay Lighting hook up with the Calgary Flames, the second and final meeting of the Flames this year. And we continue with our pregame show. Welcome back inside. I'm John Kelly, and we welcome to our studios here Dave King, the head coach of the Calgary Flames. And Dave, after 9 years with Canada's national program, of course 3 Olympic Games, you are now the head man in Calgary. Why was this job the right job for you at the time? Your name was rumored for many years to be involved in many other possibilities around the National Hockey League.
Well, I guess 2 things came up. We had just won a silver medal at the Olympic Games in '92, and I just finished that quadrennial. So, and then also I'm from Calgary. I spent 9 years in Calgary, so everything kind of synchronized just perfectly, and I was able to get the job with the Flames and really enjoying it.
No regrets at all?
No, I enjoy the hockey. It's I'm like Terry Crisp. You kind of enjoy your coaching. I'm a career coach like he is, and I recognize I may have to move in time somewhere on the line, but I really enjoy coaching. It's exciting.
You mentioned the silver medal last year with the Canadian national team, and Terry was one of your assistants. Any poignant moments from last year that you can recall going back en route to the championship and in the tournament itself?
Probably the main thing I'll always recall will be the shootout against Germany, where we had tied the game 3-3. We played 5 minutes of overtime. It was still a tie. And then we went to this crazy shootout where the 5 shooters for each team, that decides the whole ball of wax in terms of going into the Final Four. And Crispy and I were biting our nails, but we came through and won the shootout and got into the Final Four and eventually made the final.
And you take the Flames into Expo Hall tonight with a record of 33-23-10, already more points than this team had last year.
Yeah, they had a tough year last year. They were a team that has been so strong for so many years, John. I think last year they kind of thought that things would take care of themselves and there wasn't a lot of effort required. And they had an off year. This year the team's come back with a better attitude. They work much harder, and we're a more competitive team.
You have Al McInnes back from that broken hip, although you have lost Gary Roberts. I guess a bittersweet exchange there.
Yeah, it really is. Like, we got McInnes back. We thought, boy, finally we're on all cylinders. Everybody's going to be back. We're healthy. And then almost immediately Gary Roberts went down with a very serious leg injury, and he'll be out for at least the playoffs, maybe through the playoffs. So it's one of those years where some key people have gone down, but the other players have dug down a little deeper, and we've been competitive.
Dave, this is the 3rd and final meeting between these 2 clubs, and you were telling me this morning that you feel that perhaps the Lightning should have won both games. In reality, your team won both games.
Well, I think so. The game we won here 5-3, we won an open net goal, made it 5-3. It was a heck of a close game, and they had a great game. They were excellent. I thought Yablonski played a real strong game for them. In Calgary, we won 3-2, and that game I definitely think Tampa Bay should have won.
Can you compare the Lightning to San Jose, a team you see a lot in your own division?
I compare them to San Jose last year. San Jose had lots of enthusiasm last year, worked real hard like Tampa does. Tampa Bay this year is really playing well. They're the talk of the league in terms of being competitive every night. Like, they've had a great season. They've got 20 wins. They've had a lot of 1-goal hockey games. I think Crispy and Wayne have done an outstanding job with this team. And
what are your keys against this club tonight?
Well, Brian Bradley's a guy you got to make sure you're aware of on the ice. He's very, very good offensively. Wendell Young, I think, would probably play goal tonight, or Yablonski, but I think it'll be Young, and he's a guy we've never seen yet this year. So that'll be interesting for us. They're a very consistent team. They're very patient. The way they forecheck, they're hard to play against. Well, good luck down the stretch into the playoffs, Dave. Thank you very much. Dave King, the coach of the Calgary Flames, our guest on the pregame show. We continue from Expo Hall. When we come back, we will be joined again by Paul Kennedy and my partner, Danny Gare, live here on Sunshine Network.
great day calls for a great beer. The Michelob beers, with that smooth, classic taste you don't find every day.
Michelob, some days. Michelob, some days are better than others.
Come on, sweetheart.
Your first big snow, Joey. Here he comes.
Joey doesn't care that inside is the world's most energy-efficient furnace.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Or that Carrier can save up to 40% annually on heating.
Look at him. He loves it.
All he cares about is how warm and comfy Carrier keeps it inside.
Hey, come on.
Joe?
If you care about energy efficiency and saving money, call your Carrier dealer.
Turn the knob, Joey.
Carrier, we're the inside guys.
All over America, a new idea is taking root. It doesn't make sense to pay the price of other luxury hotels when you can get all the same great things at a DoubleTree and still be everywhere you want to be. DoubleTree Hotels. It's a smart call.
You're watching Florida's great sports network, Sunshine Network, home of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
The second trip of the year here and the third meeting of the season between the Calgary Flames and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Calgary has won both meetings, one in overtime. As we welcome you to ice level and say hello to the two gentlemen who called both of those games for you, the voice of the Lightning, John Kelly, along with Danny Gare. Great to see you guys once again. And wasn't it wonderful in here Wednesday, electrifying the way that Tampa Bay handled the Montreal Canadiens.
They were outstanding, and I think that was the highlight of the year, except for the opening game against Chicago. That will forever go down as a strong memory for this hockey club. But that game, Danny, Wednesday, was very close to the effort on opening night.
I have to agree with you. I was a fan, as all of us were, I think, at that game, and it was, as Paul said, very electrifying. They beat the top team in the National Hockey League, and they did it with all 20 members pulling the same rope.
Patrick Waugh was in goal. The Lightning trailed by a goal and then rallied, Danny, in the second with a pair.
Well, a big goal by Chambers. He came in and made a great play to put the puck over top of Patrick Waugh. They did get the empty netter, but an excellent effort by Wendell Young also in that game.
St. Louis has been turning in some excellent efforts as of late. They're making a move in the Norris, and they nipped Calgary the other night 2-1.
And Coach Dave King said the Blues are playing playoff hockey already. Of course, they're trying to get into the playoffs. King said that game could have gone either way. Both clubs had a lot of chances. Curtis Joseph was outstanding in goal for St. Louis, and that's perhaps why they won.
It took an extra period to decide the last meeting, Danny, but it was Calgary by a goal again, 3-2.
I remember this one very well because the next night we went into Edmonton, they lost in overtime also. But this game should have been won, as Dave King said, by the Lightning. A late goal in the third period and then an early goal in the overtime by Joel Otto was the difference.
You see that Robbie DeMaio scored a goal in that game. Unfortunately, John, he's unavailable again this evening.
There's a chance he could play Wednesday. His ankle is still sore. Peter Taglianetti, a bit of a sore hip. Steve Casper scratched tonight because of numbers, but Chris LaPuma has been recalled from Atlanta, and Mike Hartman is back in the lineup.
Chris wants Hartman in the lineup for a little more physicalness, and that's the reason why he's in instead of Casper.
What a devastating blow the loss of Gary Roberts is for the Flames, Danny. You take the top goal scorer out of their lineup.
Not only is he their top goal scorer, he's probably their key man in the dressing room also. He's the type of player that comes to play every night. He's very physical and he's strong defensively, so to give up that type of a player really hurts Dave King at this time during the season.
It hurts him a lot. He said to me this morning, he said, with Gary Roberts, we're one goal scorer short. Without him, they're two short, so they're in a bit of a problem right now.
Calgary may have a tough time this evening getting the puck past Wendell Young or preventing Rob Zammiter from scoring. Those two guys have played major roles, John, in the resurgence of this Lightning club over the past week.
Well, Wendell Young is playing as strong right now as he has all year. Rob Zammiter is in a groove. He went 29 games without a goal. He's got his confidence back, playing on the top line, and Danny, Bradley and Tucker make it easy, although you have to give Rob a lot of credit.
And I think the big key there, John, is the word you said, confidence, and that's what they're both using and having a lot of right now.
You can see there are hot players, Danny, for both teams. And again, McGinnis's return has been a shot in the arm for the Flames.
It has. He has the big shot. He loves to shoot the puck from the point. Watch him on the power play tonight. He can fire that biscuit.
All right, you ready to answer a couple of questions?
Let's do it.
Let's go to the phones this evening, and we're going way up in the Panhandle to Tallahassee, the capital city. And Spike, you're our first caller this evening. You may be the first caller of the year from Tallahassee. Welcome down here to Tampa. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I actually have a question. Do you think that the Lightning ought to do anything in the way of trades?
Dano?
You never know with Phil Esposito. He was called Trader Phil in New York, and one of the things that he has really been is patient here with this hockey club. He's not given up a lot of trades. There's going to be a lot of movement, I would think, in the last 3 weeks here before the trading deadline throughout the National Hockey League. Whether Phil will be involved, we'll have to wait and see.
Let's go to Holiday, Florida. And Mark, you're next up. Welcome to Sunshine Network.
How you doing?
Great.
I want to let you know, I do watch and I cheer for the Lightning, but I'm a North Star fan for many years, ever since back when they used to be the Seals and the way back. And I was wondering what you thought about all this moving to Dallas and if how it's affecting the team's playing, because I know they've gone downhill the last few weeks.
John, you've broadcast quite a few games up in that arena in the Twin Cities in the North. Minnesota looks to be a sure bet to end up in Texas.
Well, I've heard that Norm Green has been quoted as saying that he will not even go back to the Twin Cities. He's going to have his clothes and everything shipped to Dallas. So if that's not a dead giveaway that he's not going back to Minnesota, I don't know what is. But there's no question, Danny, that has hurt the North Stars on the ice. They were in second place in this division a couple of months ago, and they are fading fast.
It has. They're only 1 point ahead of the St. Louis Blues for that final playoff spot in our division.
St. Louis had an opportunity today to leapfrog them. Unfortunately, if you're a Blues fan, they fell to the Boston Bruins in overtime. We'll have more with John Kelly along with Danny Guerin. Yours truly, Paul Kennedy, as the Lightning get set to play the Flames here this evening in prime time on Sunshine Network. Pick up the phone and join us.